In the cradle of West Africa, where the sun paints the savannah in hues of gold and the wind whispers secrets through rustling palms, a legend stirs the legend of the Griots, the keepers of the word. Not merely bards or entertainers, they are threads woven into the very fabric of existence, their voices echoing with the triumphs and tragedies of generations past. Imagine a time before written records, a time when history danced on the tip of tongues and knowledge resided in the hearts of the chosen few. The Griots, also known as Jelly, were these chosen ones' vessels overflowing with the collective memory of their people. Births, deaths, victories and defeats all were meticulously etched into their minds, a living library passed down through lineages as ancient as the baobab trees that dotted the landscape. These weren't just tales spun for amusement. The Griots' voice held a power that transcended mere words. They were the confidantes of kings, their wisdom a guiding light in the darkest of times. Imagine a king, poised on the precipice of war, his heart heavy with doubt. Whispering in his ear, a Griot might recount the triumphs and follies of past rulers, their voices tinged with the weight of experience, urging a path towards peace or a decisive strike, depending on the tapestry of history they unfurled. But the influence of the Griots wasn't confined to the halls of power. They were the teachers of princes, not just in the art of warfare, but in the art of language itself. For words, wielded with skill, could be as potent as any weapon. The Griot would weave tales of bravery and honor, of cunning and betrayal, shaping the minds of future leaders, ensuring that wisdom would temper power, weaving the fabric of society. Theirs was a role that touched every aspect of life. They were the diplomats, their words carrying the weight of generations, smoothing over disputes between villages and forging alliances that transcended tribal boundaries. In the delicate dance of love, the Griot was the bridge between families, crafting songs that spoke of lineage and compatibility, ensuring that unions were not just founded on passion, but on a shared history and a foundation strong enough to weather life's storms. Music, the soul of the story. The voice of a Griot, however, was but one instrument in their captivating orchestra. Music, the very soul of their storytelling, flowed from their fingertips and resonated in the very air. The balafon, a wooden xylophone with a haunting melody, would be their oldest companion, its notes echoing through the ages. But their repertoire was far richer, a symphony of sound that painted vivid pictures in the minds of their listeners. The kora, a harp-like instrument, would weave tales of love and loss, its gentle strings tugging at the heartstrings. The ngoni, a lute with a warm, earthy tone, would recount the exploits of warriors, its rhythm mimicking the pounding of war drums. The agzalam, a guitar relative, would add a touch of whimsy, its playful notes lightening the mood after a particularly dramatic turn in the narrative. And then there were the drums, the djembe, tama, and sabar, each with their own distinct voice. The djembe, a goblet drum, its deep, resonant bass would evoke the rumble of approaching armies or the pounding of a racing heart. The tama, a talking drum, would mimic the human voice, adding another layer of complexity to the storytelling. And the sabar, with its rapid-fire beats, would quicken the pulse, urging the audience to the edge of their seats, breathlessly awaiting the next turn of events. A changing world, an enduring legacy. The winds of change, however, have swept across the landscape of West Africa. While the role of the Griot has shifted, their legacy remains, a testament to the enduring power of the spoken word and the magic woven with music. Today, few families can afford the luxury of a personal chronicler. Yet, the Griots continue to travel, their voices carrying the weight of history from village to village to village. Their social status has undergone a metamorphosis. No longer advisors who hold court with kings, they still retain a unique position within society. In Senegal, for instance, only Griots are allowed to speak directly to rulers, a vestige of the respect accorded to their words. Yet, they are also seen as existing outside the traditional caste system, perhaps a reason for their unmatched freedom and ability to speak truth to power, a truth that can sometimes be uncomfortable for those in authority. Theirs is a story yet to be fully written, a saga that continues to unfold. But one thing remains certain: the Griots are more than singers or storytellers. They are the bridge between the whispers of the ancestors and the dreams of the future, the living embodiment of a culture that thrives on the power of memory and the magic of music. However, a shadow stretches across this vibrant tapestry. The whispers of a world where stories are confined to cold, unfeeling screens and the rhythm of life is dictated by machines, not the heartbeat of the djembe. Will the Griots, these keepers of a vibrant oral tradition, fade into obscurity, their stories lost to the relentless march of progress? This is the suspense that hangs heavy in the air. Will the wisdom and artistry of the Griots be relegated to museums and forgotten corners of the internet? Or will they find a way to adapt, to weave their magic into the fabric of the modern world? Perhaps the answer lies in the very essence of their being. They are the storytellers, the weavers of words and music, the ones who can make the past come alive. In a world saturated with fleeting images and information overload, the Griots offer a lifeline to a deeper connection, a place where history is not just a collection of dates, but a living, breathing narrative that resonates with the human experience. Imagine a classroom, not sterile and white, but filled with the captivating melody of a kora. A griot, eyes twinkling with mischief, weaves a tale of a cunning spider who outsmarted a mighty lion. The children, no longer passive recipients of information, are transported to a world where animals talk and lessons are learned through the power of storytelling. Or picture a bustling marketplace, not devoid of human connection, but alive with the pulsating rhythm of the djembe. A griot, voice booming with conviction, recounts the tale of a brave warrior who defended his village from invaders. The crowd, not just consumers, is transformed into a community, their hearts swelling with pride and a renewed sense of identity. The future of the Griots may be uncertain, but their potential is limitless. They are the bridge between the past and present, the keepers of a cultural heritage that is as relevant today as it ever was. In a world craving connection and meaning, the Griots offer a powerful antidote, the timeless magic of the spoken word and the soul-stirring rhythm of music. Theirs is a legacy that refuses to be silenced, a story that continues to be written, a melody that will echo through the ages, as long as there is a heart to listen and a mind to remember.